Okay guys, so we are pretty great at the distributive property. We're also really good at combining like terms. So now we're going to combine those two things. And we're going to use this going forward next class to do two-step equations and then into multi-step equations and inequalities. So the first thing we are going to do with distribution is we're going to look at, or the first thing we're going to do is look at this problem. I have 3 times 5 minus x, close my parentheses, plus 8x. So if I'm thinking about Gemma, remember Gemma? The first thing with the Gemma is groupings. Now, if we look inside of our grouping, just like before with distribution, x minus 5, I cannot combine them because x and minus 5. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue. I see exponents. I don't have any exponents, so I can go, my next is multiplication, and that's when we do the distributive property. So, I am distributing my 3, and I am timesing it by my x and by my negative 5. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 5 is minus 15 plus 8x. I look here and I see I've done all my multiplication. I don't have any division. So now I'm going to go ahead and go on to my next letter in Gemma, which is the A for addition. Recall, when we combine like terms, only the x's can be added together. So this 15 is not going to be part. This 15 is not going to be part of these two numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and I will do my 3x plus 8x. So on my calculator, I have 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. So I have 11 x's. My 15 is alone, so I'm going to have 11x minus 15. That's my final answer. That's as small as I can get it. If we don't know what our variable is, we cannot do anything else. So if we go to our next question here, same thing. What is the first step I'm going to do? If I'm following my Gemma, I look at the groupings. Can I combine anything inside of this group? No, I can't. So I'm going to go look at the next thing, the E. What does E stand for? E stands for exponents. Do I see any exponents here? Nope. So I'm going to look at my next letter, which is M for multiply or divide. So I do see some multiplication. I see this 5. My expression says 5 times n plus 6 minus 21. Now when I'm distributing, do I distribute out to this number? The answer is no. I'm only distributing to the numbers inside of the parentheses. So I'm going to take my 5 and I'm going to distribute it to the n, and I'm going to distribute it to the 6. So I'm going to do 5 times n is 5n. 5 times 6, if you're not sure, you can stick it in your calculator. 5 times 6, 30. So I'm going to put plus, because 5 times positive 6 is a positive number, plus 30, and bring down my 21 because it's left over. He wasn't part of the multiplication, but he's still part of the new expression. Now that I have done the distribution, what do I do next? Do I see any other multiplication? The answer is no. I do see, however, some addition that could be added together. Now, when I look at this, what are the things that I can add together? I circle my 5 in. Can anything else be combined with this 5? The answer is no. I can, though, put boxes around my plus 30 and my minus 21. So I can add 30 minus 21, equals 9. So I have 9 numbers without any variable. But it's positive, so I can put my plus. I still have this 5n left over. So he comes down, and that is my final answer because I cannot combine n and 9. Going forward, I now have it says number 7. Maybe yours says 7. Yours might also say 3. It's the same thing. I see negative 7 times 4 negative 7 times w plus 4 plus 2w minus 15. What is my first step? Following Gemma again, I see that my groupings, nothing can be grouped. My multiplication there's no exponent, so I'm going to go ahead and go to multiplication. And multiplication, what will I do first? First, I'm going to distribute. I'm going to distribute. What am I going to distribute? I'm going to distribute this -7 to my W and to my 4. What is -7 times W? It's -7W. What is -7 times 4? It is a negative, I believe. Let's double check just in case. So I have -7 times 4, and I get -28. So I'm going to put minus for my -28. Now that I'm done distributing, I'm going to bring down the rest of the numbers. So I have 2W and -15. What will I do next? Next, I'm going to go ahead and start my circling, because we're now to the A, which is addition and subtraction. So I'm going to circle all of my like terms. So I'm going to circle 7W and 2W. And I'll put a square around the -28 and the -15. So I'm going to do -7 plus 2 first. And I get -5. So I have -5W. Then what else will I need to combine? I will need to do -28 and -15. So -28 minus 15, and I get -43. This is my final answer. Why is this my final answer? This is my final answer because I cannot combine the W and a number without a W. This is our last question. I'd like you to try to do it on your own first, and then we'll go through it together. Once you've solved it, check with me to see if you did it correctly. I'm going to take my -2 and I'm going to distribute it. -2 times -9 is 18. -2 times -x is positive x. I now have positive 18 plus x, and I have my 12. How can I combine these? I would do 12 plus 18. 12 plus 18 is 30. It's 30 plus x. Oh, I made a mistake. I forgot to do -2 times x, so I should have -2, or I should have positive 2x here. 2x. And that is my final answer. 30 plus 2x. So again, on this one, I distributed my -2 times -9 times a -x. So when I do a -2 times a -9, I get positive 18. When I do -2 times -x, I get positive 2x, and then I just bring down my 12. When I combine them, I do 12 plus 18 is 30, and I bring down my 2x. Thank you.